What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for watching and supporting. We've got a crazy video for you guys today, yet another protest. Before we jump into this video, we wanted to give a quick shout out to our sponsor, Solo. Solo is the best way to get guaranteed pay for the hours that you drive. An amazing app with amazing features. Best part is our viewers are gonna get $10 just for signing up using the link in the description below. So check that out, guys, and let's jump into the video. Alrighty, hundreds of cab drivers clogged traffic in Brussels in an international demonstration against Uber, which is seen as unfairly distorting the market. The drivers want Belgium and European Union authorities to curb the spread of Uber and say the service does not face the tax burdens and regulations that they do. Protesters came as far and wide as Switzerland and Spain for the demonstration that started at morning rush hour and continued into the afternoon. Over the past decade, Uber has won an increasing part of the European market. Still, the company has come under criticism and accusations that it treats its drivers poorly, which it does, fails to pay a fair amount of taxes, and uses aggressive lobbying and tactics to get an edge. What we are asking is to follow the rules and work like everybody else. Have a proper license, a proper vehicle, properly insured, said Kamal Abdeloui, a taxi driver who came from London to join the protest. On top of concerns over Uber, the cab driving federations also want EU authorities to push back deregulations in their sector and demand EU to help to move to climate neutral vehicles. Drivers, they're just here to say enough is enough, said Abdeloui. Interesting. So, I mean, Uber runs into these all the time, and it's like, you know, the article kind of said, you know, they do use some aggressive lobbying practices to always skate their way out of these. For me, as much as I dislike so much of what Uber does, I always thought the taxi cab stuff was kind of BS, because it's like, you can't be mad that someone invented a better model of business. And it really sucked. Like, if those of you that are familiar with like how the traditional cab systems here worked, like, this really screwed a lot of taxi cab drivers and families, because they have like a really interesting system. They call it like the gold coin system or something like that, where you take out like a hefty loan. This is to be like a legit cab in like New York, Chicago, etc. You take out this like hefty loan to be a cab driver, and essentially you pay down that loan with your fares throughout your entire career. I mean, it's big. It's like, some of these guys I think are paying, you know, a really outrageous amount to get these coins. And then essentially when you're done, your retirement is then you selling the coin. And then whatever the difference is your retirement. And a lot of times, like, they're getting a decent little retirement because they really worked their tail off to pay off that coin, that loan, basically. So what happens when Uber jumps into the equation is these coins now get crazy devalued. So if these guys had taken out like $1 million loan to be like a Chicago cabbie driver, now the coin got devalued to 275K or whatever it is. Like, you could see very easily how this could quickly screw them. So it's a really crappy scenario for these people that were traditional employees, and then this like cheap junky tech service comes out with some, you know, random dude in his like Honda Civic coming to pick you up, and you're like, man, like, I went through licensing, I took out this loan. I mean, it was crazy. There was like cab drivers committing suicide at like a crazy rate, because they just, I mean, they're hopeless. Everything they've worked for at this point, gone. And imagine you're one of those drivers that maybe had just bought the coin, just taken out the loan, and now you're thinking, holy crap, like, I've got this like $500,000, $1 million loan that I now have to pay off, and I have no way of really working it off, and it's not going to be worth anything one day when I want to sell it. So it sucks, but I almost, in the same sense, I'm like, you can't blame a company for having a better business model. We can say what we want, we can hate how they pay us and everything, But at the end of the day, they invented a service that people liked more than the traditional way of doing it, and it just kind of is what it is, unfortunately. So anyways, interesting video there, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Please like, share, comment, subscribe. Make sure you check out Solo, link to the description below. Get your free 10 bucks just for signing up. Hope you guys crush it out there this week, and I will talk to you guys soon.